Salam hər birinizi. Xoş gördük çox. Asməlim adlı olan həmkarlarımız çox hörmətli Qazaxıstan Respublikasının Ali Təhsil Naziri, çox hörmətli səfirimiz, hörmətli rektorlar və Qazaxıstandan gələn qonaq rektorlarımız. Hər birinizi Bakıda, Azərbaycanda salamlamaqdan məmnunam və bugünkü tədbirin və universitetin tədris dili İngilis dili olduğunu öyrənmədə icazənizlə İngilis dilində istəyərdim fikirlərimi paylaşım. So welcome, and that's indeed a great pleasure to be together today with probably the largest delegation we have ever had, and I do believe that the quantities, they always turn to the quality in the long run. And today we have a very historical day in the sense that we have first time in our education history only Kazakhstan universities having exhibition in Baku, in the center of Baku, and I do believe that this step-by-step approach, that with each step we can really achieve a good collaboration, which is probably that's the lying foundation of it, is our culture, same roots, and where we are all coming from. Talking about the higher education, today we had a very, I would say, productive discussion with my colleague, with the minister. We discussed many things, but probably the core ideas which I would like to share are following. Well, I think it was already mentioned by Mr. Nurbek that yes, we have to be very careful with the foreign students and internationalization of the universities, but nevertheless, the key fundamental areas of the university partnership, I think, also very important. Yes, we have to focus on exchanges, we have to focus on cultural dialogue, we have to focus on making sure that our new generation also interact with each other, but I think the universities, in my opinion, are mostly about the research in the long run. Nowadays, yes, we have a lot of data, we have a lot of rankings, we are working together to support each other on those rankings, but I think in the long run what really matters for a university is really research and science, and then sharing this knowledge and research findings with the future generations. Otherwise, it's again, might look very interesting, it can look very colorful. Many institutions are doing it across the world, but I think that's if we talk about the bottom line, which can in the future make us, when I say us, I think I refer to Azərbaycan and Kazakhstan and broader Turkic world and other partnering countries. That's, I think, the true science. That's, I think, very, very important that we don't forget. Well, today we'll have also a lot of agreements, protocols, which will be signed between Azerbaijan and Kazakhstan universities. As I said, I do believe that these numbers will turn to the certain type of real collaboration, which is beyond the papers. But we also agreed to have some kind of a joint action plan where we really count every year how many joint research have been conducted together, how many papers were written together by Azerbaijani and Kazakh scientists, how many proper, let's say, research collaboration, whatever we call it, happens between two countries, instead of probably moving from a cultural political domain to real academic domain. That's, I think, probably the biggest part of our job. Part of our job is about politics, but the bigger part of our job is about academic side and trying to make sure that the real work happens. And there was a lot of, I think, that's broader forms than the different formats than the main idea, that it can be, there are a lot of opportunities, like having some kind of, well, we both agreed that having another association or another structure is not going to help us. So most probably we can really find out the ways to collaborate already existing collaborations. Azerbaijani and Kazakh scientists already collaborate a lot. We see it from Times, QS, that there are a lot of joint papers. And how we can boost it as a government, how we can support the universities to make sure that this good quality research or good quality collaboration increases. That's, I think, the very important aspect of our collaboration. I fully share and thank my colleague for sharing the experience of Kazakhstan. That's indeed, I think, very much, I'd say, we are extremely happy to see that such developments are taking place not somewhere far, but just a few hours by plane on the other side of our common sea, which is the biggest lake, but we all call it sea. So that's, I think, the indeed inspiring. But again, coming to pragmatic side of it, the point which we share both, I think, is that duplicating each other. Yes, we will always focus on our national or in-country needs, which is, I mean, that's why ministries are around. But having also this cross-border cooperation and coordination, I think, will give us a lot, because we do have also many now dual degrees, branches of universities, and using the opportunity, I would like to thank His Excellency Rector Hafiz Malim. Not because of I am sometimes doing some events here without his permission, as he mentioned. I am very much grateful for this, but for building such a nice and such a great university, meaning that, and when I say university, it's not about the buildings. I think having this higher education institution in the center of the Baku in such great environment, academic environment, that's going to be very long-lasting virtue, very long-lasting resource, very long-lasting asset for Azerbaijani nation and broader economy. And that's not an easy, building a university is not an easy task. So that I was also very much honored to be part of ADA 3 years ago. And I was from the beginning, at the beginning stage, but now, evolving when you see that we have it as a country, we are able to make sure that the ADA university and other universities, I think when you have one university, others are also trying to follow. So, I think we observe a lot of good stories, with ADA, with many other universities who are sitting on the left side of this table, like each of us trying to make sure that each year we are making another step towards excellency and trying to make sure that we are also part of the at least regional family which is dealing with the higher education. So coming back to what I try to make sure that we are not moving too much the praising side of the story, but to the pragmatic side of it, where we can measure and make sure that we are improving step by step. I think another thing is innovation, which we have to be very carefully, we have to follow and try not to be late for the train. And we agreed, I was really much inspired by AI Sana project, which we started in Kazakhstan. Definitely AI is something which we will not be able to, so we cannot say like we don't like it or this is not about us or we will not be able or we will be, we can skip it like that. That's I think we cannot do. And so having this type of common projects, very specific as you see, I do believe there are 22 or 23 universities in Kazakhstan. So we'll invite Azerbaijani universities also to join to this initiative. And I think that's one of the, for example, topics where we see a lot of opportunities or projects or initiatives. We also see a lot of opportunities in petroleum and oil research. I do believe that what we see from data, we have a lot of opportunities there which can really make us one of the best research centers in the region. And many other topics which I don't want to just take time because we have a very interesting discussions, I do believe, afterwards, and it will be great to hear from the rectors because their realities are, for us, the key for our work. This is where we see ourselves as a country in a broader higher education market. First of all, we do believe and we do hope that Azerbaijani universities will have also opportunity, we already discussed it, to have yes, we are very much interested to send our students to study abroad. We have around 500 students per year with our study abroad program. We have a lot of bilateral agreements with different countries. But I think what really matters in this process to make sure that your talent balance is not lost. So you have to send many talented people, you have to receive talented people, but the overall talent balance cannot be, I think, compromised for the numbers. Because in the long run, the talent has the much higher return on investment than, let's say, the short-term income which comes from the foreign students. So this is, I think, what is the idea we are trying to do here. So I would like to thank all of you, and as I said, I will not take more time. We will have a chance to discuss and to intervene during the discussions. I would like to thank my colleague, Mr. Ambassador, as well, because we met with him, I believe, in December to discuss this meeting, and actually in 2 months, a little bit more than 2 months, in 10 weeks we already have this meeting in Azerbaijan. This is also super fast, and thank you very much for supporting us, and thank you for ADA and for all of you being here together. Thank you.